Hey, it's Faith Talk Live. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
And I'm just Morgan.
Hey, we're isolated in our studios. I'm in Loganville. Dan, you're on the beach. Wow.
Yeah. It's beautiful here in Ackworth, Georgia on the beach.
I didn't realize palm trees grew.
Wow. They installed a palm tree.
Yeah. Palm trees, and it's got beautiful ocean behind me and everything.
What great renovation they have.
Hey, this is another day where we're all in our studios isolated during the pandemic 2020. That's my phrase, not anyone else's. If anyone's offended, just you can call Shamso 404-995-7300.
Is she even answering there? I mean, is she having the phones forwarded to her or what?
I think it goes straight to her cell phone. So if you'd like to call her, I bet she misses us.
I'm sure she does.
We should Zoom her and talk to her and see what's up. You think?
That's a great idea, actually. I like that.
If we can, we'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow. Hey, I don't know about you guys, but I saw the details this morning or the information that more than half of Americans now have been ordered to stay home. I think most people we've talked to are probably at home. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you think?
Probably so. I know here in Cobb County, they just started a new, I don't know what you would call it, ruling or new order.
Mandate.
Thank you. That's a good word, Morgan. For people to stay at home and they're going to making all the businesses close unless they're essential. You can't dine in at any restaurant. They want folks to stay home.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Morgan? The folks that you usually hang with, what are they doing?
Actually, I've come to realize in this time that I really don't hang with very many people because my life hasn't changed very much. I guess I never really hung out with people, and really forced me to think about it yesterday. I was like, man, when this is all past and we've recovered, I need to start reaching out to people because nothing's different. But everyone, all of my friends are home. I FaceTimed with some of my former teammates at Kennesaw yesterday, who we've since all graduated and are in professional careers, but we FaceTime. They're all over the country. We've got one in Washington, D.C., St. Louis. One's from Alabama. I'm not really sure where she's at now. But we all FaceTimed and just talked about what was going on in our cities. And a lot of it is the same. They're staying home. One's a nurse, and she was working on the corona floor a couple of days ago, and she said it was really scary. So, we're hanging in there and praying through it all, and they're all in the same boat we are.
Now, how are they staying positive? Are they staying social? I mean, even if you're kind of socially awkward, I think most people can pretty much navigate themselves through things like Zoom and, Facebook and video, et cetera.
Right. So the one that FaceTimed us is, in my opinion, kind of extroverted. She definitely thrives off people and being around people. So she initiated the FaceTime call, and I saw it and I was like, ooh, yes, I get to talk to someone. And then the other two joined in. We didn't get the whole team, which was the goal. But using technology to talk to people and stay in touch. I think you get to be a little bit more intentional now with your conversations, but I guess that's basically what everyone's doing, especially the extroverts that need people.
Mm-hmm. That's me. I got to be out. And I miss being with people and hugging on people, and this is rough. It really is.
Yeah, and people are really going to hug you when we all get back together again, because you have a tan now, being on the beach.
being on the virtual beach that I'm on here, yeah.
Hey, if you watch Zoom, some of our interviews, you can see Dan is actually at a beach, and man, he's got the life. Wow.
Yeah, it's nice here on the beach. It's about 75 degrees. I've got my Cabana Boy over here. If I could get another drink, thank you.
It's crazy, whenever you drink your water, there's some weird things that happen to the beach behind you.
I know. Yeah. Look at that. Woo.
I wonder what the Beach Boy's name is.
Joshua is his name.
Oh, I see. Hey, you're listening to Faith Talk Live, and we are isolated in our studios. We've got a lot of great guests coming up, Dan, Just Morgan, and myself. So let me ask you this, Morgan, since I'm assuming that you now are having a lot more time with Dalton Butterfoot, and I wish we had the Mormon Tabernacle.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Hill. So are you talking more? Is he listening more? Or do you think that he's pretty excited when other people FaceTime you?
We are well, I mean, so his job is considered essential, I believe. So he's still going into work. He's still working with his dad with the flooring company. So he's out all day long. I'm the one that's cooped up at home.
Mm.
And the other day I was really hyper when he got back. So he was like, you need to get out more. And I was like, I can't. So I forced him to go on a walk yesterday. But I think it's, we get to do things like that, go on walks and just spend more quality time. We've started some Netflix shows.
Okay.
So
And you're really cramping
that's
Miko
cool.
style, aren't you? Because he's used to being home alone and being able to do what he wants, right?
Right. I think he's legitimately mad at me. He's been acting up a lot. And,
He wants you to
normally he
go
would,
away.
right, he would squirt cats with water, and you can't with him because he genuinely enjoys water for some reason. So I got him a leash. I've been trying to train him so I can take him on walks, but that's not going too well.
My gracious, taking a cat for a walk. I
Wow.
think that Pets, what was the movie? Was it called Pets, where when the owners left,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
just went crazy? It was a great film,
Yeah.
actually, great animated film.
I think
Um,
Miko is the ringleader in that, and
mhm.
I'm really cramping his style lately
Yeah, he's
because,
hating this.
Well,
he
you
is
mentioned
staring out the
streaming.
window.
You mentioned streaming. Netflix, they have broken a record as far as people streaming
Oh, I'm sure.
at one time because
I'm
so many
sure.
people are streaming and binging, no doubt.
And don't you know, Zoom is loving this too, because
Mhm.
so many people, I mean, not only like us, but classes, schools are using Zoom to have virtual class and everything.
We actually had someone comment on Facebook that we need to Zoom our ceremony on April 18th when we do it with family. They actually used the word Zoom.
Yeah.
And I
Wow.
Yeah.
was like, wow, Zoom has taken over the world.
Yes, it has.
We've added a lot of words to our vocabulary lately. Social distancing. What are we going to do with that word when it's all said and done?
I think
Hopefully,
every introvert's going to keep it the same.
and every extrovert is going to socially distance themselves from social distancing.
Well, news story yesterday, I believe the president said that he would like it all to be back to normal by Easter. He didn't say that it would be back to normal. He said he would like it to be back to normal. I've seen a number of networks, and they're pretty much kind of, some of them are just not listening, I think. But anyway, he said he would like for us to go back to church and back to normal for Easter. What do you think about that? I mean, that would be great. I'd love that. What do you think?
Don't you know, churches would love it if we got back to normal by
Oh,
Easter?
yeah.
Because I mean that's the Super Bowl Sunday for churches, for folks to get out and come to church who don't usually come. For obviously tithing. I mean, I've got to wonder for churches if tithing is down because people aren't there and it's not on their mind actively, whether they're watching on social media or not, to tithe. So you got to know that churches hope that it gets back to normal by Easter.
I know we, like you guys, so you guys go to the same church, but we started streaming. And actually, last week I was the pastor to take up the offering.
Hmm.
And I think we counted, okay, well, if the government's listening, there were 10 or less there in the
Yeah.
building, but it looked like that they were all 6 feet apart. So there were about 25 maybe.
Yeah.
And so we did the offering as normal, but we pushed the Tithely app. And if you'd like to go to the website, push the button, even mail it in. Because I didn't realize this until I talked to, we had a board meeting the other day. I didn't realize that people still give cash and checks in the bucket.
Wow.
That shocked me? Does that shock you?
Yeah, it does.
I would have thought that, everybody's on this technology thing. So our prayers are that, yeah, that all the tithes and offerings do come in because, church has got to continue, right?
Hmm.
Still reaching the world. And real quick, I know we got to go to a break. I thought of Dan. There was a guy in, I'm thinking, is it Japan or is it China? No, it has to be China because they are quarantined. A guy ran 12 full marathons in his small apartment, 318 miles. He is 66 years old, and that's how he's getting his exercise. Dan, how are you getting your exercise?
Well, unfortunately, my gym is closed, and so I really need to find ways to do it here. I need to take Oakley for a walk. I need to do some push-ups, find some things here that I can do to stay in shape because I've put on a couple of pounds that been trying to get off. Morgan, how about you? How are you staying in shape?
So I actually follow some people on YouTube that do at-home bodyweight workouts.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And so I've been doing those. I also follow some people on Instagram to do the same thing. And I have an app that I can input in just body weight, no equipment. So it'll give me a workout based on what I'm able to do. And then going on walks as well.
Can you use
Chasing Miko around the house.
Can you use Miko as one of those stretchy band things and hook him up to the door and like
I
stretch
could
him out?
probably use him as a weight. He weighs almost 13 pounds.
Oh yeah. Hey, you can do some curls with him.
Yeah.
But that's very funny. Hey, if you're listening to us today and watching us from time to time, make sure you do get some exercise. It's kind of hard when you're working there at home to just get up and do something different, but do it and connect with your family and remember the spiritual component to everything. Let's do this. Let's take a break. We're going to talk with Phil Johnson from Grace to You in just a few. Also, Amy and Hans Henschel. We'll talk about our seniors. They're at most at risk at this time. We want to see what's up with those guys. And Frankie Holbrook will talk about the poor and the homeless. I'm just wondering if the poor and homeless know what's going on. Are they connected with social media, phones, televisions? What do you think?
We'll see. I
guess. Let's do that. We'll find out in seconds. It is Faith Talk Live. I'm Rick Probst.
I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
And I'm Just Morgan.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.